Next step, I want to show you what it means to create outlines. I'm going to zoom out, Command minus. Oops. In Illustrator, Command minus, we'll zoom out. I'm going to get rid of some of these windows here. I don't want all of these open right now. Get rid of most of them, or tuck them in over in the side so I have a bigger workspace. I'm going to make all of this a little bit smaller so I have some room to do these other exercises. So I can just click and drag all of this, and I can scale it at the same rate together, holding the Shift key so it does not distort. Tuck that up there. So if you don't have room on your page, you can make more room by just shrinking everything down a bit. This next thing is I'm going to have you do is create an outline. So type your word, make it nice and big, holding the Shift key, and I want to make it bold. Okay. Why do you want to ever create an outline? Well, if you wanted to change the way a letter looks, you could convert it to a drawing or an outline. You aren't able to edit the text at that point. As far as changing the font, it becomes a drawing. And also, if you're ever preparing a document for someone and they don't have that same font loaded on their computer, it's a good idea to create an outline, because that way they don't have to worry about finding that font to make sure everything loads correctly. So you just select whether it's a single letter or a word that you want to create outlines. A good practice in graphic design, especially if you're creating logos, is to always create outlines. So you go to Type, Create Outlines, and you can see, I'm going to zoom in, Command plus, it now becomes a drawing, and you are able to edit that drawing if you want. You can take your white direct selection arrow, and you can, let's say you wanted the V, I can select 2 points at one time. I can hold the Shift key to select more than one. I could pull up something, or I could modify something a little bit if I wanted to make it unique. And that's the advantage to using outlines. Notice that when I click on it, it is grouped together. So if I wanted these to break apart, I would just go up to Object, Ungroup, and then I can select them singularly. Super nice when you want to combine something. If I click and I type an R, I can create outlines. It's now a drawing. But let's say I am trying to, hold the Shift key. Let's say I'm trying to combine this shape with another shape. I want to combine it with an N. I can also make that outlines. Type, create outlines. So now I have these two objects, and maybe I want the N to connect here. I'm going to overlap them a little bit. If I select two shapes, whether it's a drawing of another shape or it's letter forms, you can select both, and then you're going to want to go up to your Pathfinder palette. If you can't see your Pathfinder palette, go to Pathfinder, make sure it's checked. I can unite these, and they now become one. I could also try out some of these other shape modes and see what happens from there.